Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. There are parts of New Hampshire where electric rates are going down on February 1st and where high-speed broadband connections are finally on the increase. Take a look at that service area. Here is a map of the New Hampshire Electric Co-op service area. As you can see, the colored areas, the co-op provides service in central New Hampshire at the very top of the state and in some parts of southeast New Hampshire. Now, the New Hampshire Electric Co-op is in the electricity business. 118 rural New Hampshire communities, electric power rate is going down February 1st. Rates are set by the co-op's board and not by the New Hampshire Public Utilities Commission, which is unique. Renewables are being expanded. They're also in the broadband business, powered by the New Hampshire Electric Co-op. New Hampshire Broadband serves underserved areas, especially up in the central and northern part of the state. High-speed internet fiber, serving 20-plus rural communities right now and expanding in Belknap County. With me is the president and CEO of the New Hampshire Electric Co-op based in Plymouth, Alyssa Roberts. Welcome. Nice to have you here in the studio.
Thanks for having me today.
Your rate's going down February 1st, and that's great because Eversource and Unitil are doing the same thing. You're very dependent on natural gas, and those rates have fluctuated. They're volatile, as you know. The last couple of years they've been up. Now that you say they're going down, there's some discussion about going down. What do you expect that to continue for 2024, or what's the prognosis in your mind for natural gas prices?
I think we're going to continue to see some volatility in the natural gas prices. Okay. There are a lot of impacts with that. Lack of pipelines, lack of delivery systems, war in Ukraine. All of those impacts play a huge role in the New England ISO's market.
How much is your rate going down February 1st?
Our rate is going down to 10.16 cents.
10.16. And what was it at?
It was at 11.4, okay, so it's about an 11% decrease.
Right. You're also using renewables. And are you going to use solar?
Yes, we do currently have solar on our system as well as battery. And what we're really seeing an increase of our members putting solar on their homes and their businesses.
Okay. Changes in the climate are affecting utilities all over the country, here in New Hampshire as well, especially the drought in the summertime and the wind and the flooding in the wintertime, which we already have seen so far this year. How much is that impacting the grid and the infrastructure?
It is absolutely playing impacts. Much of New Hampshire is very forested, so anytime you have hurricane force winds, you're going to see power outages. So we're continuing to look at ways to improve our lines and move them out of those heavily wooded areas.
And one of the very unique things that your board and your membership decided to do was to go into the broadband business. And you now are in, I think you're in 20 communities right now for high-speed internet, and you're expanding in Belknap County. How much more expansion is there going to be, especially up in the Coos County area, which many parts of which don't have that internet speed consistently?
Absolutely. Well, right now we're primarily focused on Grafton County, but I think this is the beautiful thing about New Hampshire Electric Cooperative. You know, broadband is important and vital as electricity was in the 1930s and 40s.
Right.
So we're always looking at ways to expand this to our full membership.
Finally, in a brief for this interview, you wrote, quote, there weren't female role models in the industry for me to follow, so I've had to create my own path. It looks like you've done that at the co-op. Just chat about that for a minute.
It's true. The electric industry has been predominantly male-dominated, especially the rural electric cooperative world. And so I've had some great male role models, and what I find is it's good to have representation. And so I always encourage young women to take a look at our industry.
In about 30 seconds, what's your biggest concern now as CEO of the New Hampshire Electric Co-op in terms of electricity, the sources for your power, and the delivery?
I think my biggest concern right now is, can we do what we want to do fast enough? We're continuing to upgrade our infrastructure and then keeping an eye on those New England ISO's power rates.
Well, I want to thank you, Alyssa Roberts, President and CEO of the New Hampshire Electric Co-op. Thank you. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And if you missed part of this briefing on electricity in the central part of New Hampshire primarily, you can go to WMUR.com where it will be posted all this week.